Afternoon, ladies. I've been wanting to start a series of video blogs for you guys for a little while now, so I'm starting today, and I'm hoping you're going to find this interesting and helpful more than anything else. I wanted to start by explaining a little bit about the question I asked in the Fit Mums group this morning. I asked the same question on some other groups on my own Facebook page and in Ditch the Diet groups and a couple of other groups where I know a lot of women hang out. And my question, if you didn't see it, was effectively, as someone who struggles to manage their weight, do you not know what you need to do to lose weight? And I don't mean the fundamentals of basically move more and eat less, but are you kind of au fait with carbohydrates, fats, protein? Do you know roughly what you should be eating, how to eat healthily, and an exercise that you enjoy that you could go out and do and that would help you lose weight? Do you know what to do? Or B, do you know what to do but you just can't do it? Okay, so A is, do you not know what to do, and B is, you know what to do but you can't do it. And for any of you that have been following this, you'll see that the resounding answer coming across all the groups is B throughout, which is what I suspect. Whoops, excuse me, camera's going. Is what I suspected is that, and it's what I'm finding through coaching clients, that people deep down honestly know what they should be doing to manage their weight and to stay healthy, but their struggle comes from doing it consistently. And when I say consistently, I mean some people can manage to do eat healthily for a couple of days, a week, a few months, it can a year maybe, and then there's this situation that happens where eventually other things happen, other parts of life happen, you find it more and more difficult to stick to eating healthily, and things change, and eventually the weight piles back on, and only when you get completely frankly pissed off about the situation that the weight's come back on, that you go through the whole cycle again. And that cycle is a different time period for different people, but it is something that a lot of people do, is just repeat the cycle again and again and again and again. Obviously something I've tried to address through Ditch the Diet, but I feel that Ditch the Diet is still quite educational in that it's still quite a lot of information about what to do, and less so on the how to do it consistently being the key word perspective. So I wanted to explain a little bit about a direction that my career is taking, as well as Fit Mums. So don't panic, Fit Mums isn't going away, because I still feel the need to provide a fitness environment that people are comfortable in. And when I tell you a little bit more about transformational coaching as we go through, you'll see why that is key to that. Okay, I won't say any more than that at the moment, but we need to be doing something fitness-wise that we enjoy, that's sociable, especially for us women, which I think you'll find Fit Mums is. So that isn't going anywhere, but I'm feeling the need to develop the transformational coaching side of my business, and I want to explain a little bit why that is, what it is, and why the question came this morning. So it seems that the answer to the question is a resounding yes. We know what to do, we just can't do it. And that makes sense as well from the information perspective. If you look at the statistics, there are more health professionals and fitness professionals now in the Western world than there ever have been in history. Yet we have a more sick, unhealthy and overweight society in the Western world than we ever have had in history as well. So the two don't correlate. We're getting more information, but we're getting more sick people. It should be the other way around. So it's not a lack of information, it's a lack of an ability to implement consistently. And I want to share with you the reason I've chosen to do transformational coaching, because I've looked at different coaching over the years that I've been in fitness and interested in nutrition. And there's everything from NLP to straightforward kind of instructional coaching to mindfulness coaching and everything in between. And I'm not saying anything bad about any of the practices. If some will work for some people and not for others, and they all have different credibilities and different levels of worth to people, different values to people. But the reason I've chosen transformational coaching, and I want to explain what that means. When I say transformational coaching, I mean transformational as opposed to change coaching. Now, when we coach a change, and I do believe this is a relatively simple thing to do, we create a change in a person that they can make over a limited period of time, because that change, it takes place in the prefrontal cortex, the front part of the brain that is it's to do with our to do with our cognitive, our rational, our logical and strategy based function. Okay, so we're able to make changes based on our prefrontal cortex, and we can change for a certain amount of time, and again that depends, that length of time depends on the person. That can be a week, it can be a month, it can be 6 months, it can be a year, it could be longer. But the part of the brain that's connected to permanent change, which is transformation, so we're talking of permanent, consistent change, and that's the difference between transformation and change, is the basal ganglia, which is a different part of the brain. And the basal ganglia is concerned with habit. So there are certain strategies we need to do to convert the changes we want to make and are making in our prefrontal cortex, and we need to get them ingrained in the basal ganglia to embed them as habits to make sure they become permanent, consistent changes to our life, and hence transformations. Okay, so I wanted to just share that with you. I've talked to you now for 6 minutes. I'm not going to talk to you for any longer, but I wanted to share with you the reason for my question. I wanted to share with you an explanation as to what I'm talking about when I'm talking about coaching, because I know a few of you have discussed it with me, and you've also heard me talking about it maybe in posts and comments and things. And I wanted to explain to you the difference between the coaching that I'm now developing in my career, the transformational coaching, versus a quick change. I've seen over the years that I've been doing Fit Mums, I've seen people change. I've seen them change for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and the majority of people, as is always in the fitness industry, their change will only be a temporary change, and then they will go back in a cycle and go back to their old ways, and then until they get so pissed off with it that they go through the change process again. Where I want to try and break that for my clients, and that's where the transformational change comes in, transformational coaching comes in. So I'll leave it there. Hopefully that's explained a little bit. I'm going to be doing some video blogs on some of the science and some of the principles behind transformational coaching. So if you're interested, you can start to try and implement some of the elements yourself. Okay, so when you see these videos come up, I'll tell you a little bit about what they're about. And if you're interested, have a listen and see if you can implement some of the exercises yourself and really start to make a transformational difference to your life. So a permanent, consistent one, rather than something that's going to fizzle out in a few months' time. Okay, that's me for now. I hope that was of use to you, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.